You see? The terminology is clearly First Era or even earlier. I'm convinced this is a copy of a much older text. Perhaps dating to just after the Dragon War. If so, I could use this to cross-reference the names with other later texts.
Good. I'm glad you're making progress. My employers are anxious to have some tangible answers.
Oh, have no fear. The Jarl himself has finally taken an interest, so I... Ah! The Dragonstone of Bleak Falls Barrow! Seems you are a cut above the usual brutes the Jarl sends my way. You'll have to see the Jarl about that. My associate here will be pleased to see your handiwork. So your information was correct after all. And we have our friend here to thank for recovering it for us.
You went into Bleak Falls Barrow and got that? Nice work. Just send me a copy when you've deciphered it.
Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If the dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
So, Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the Watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragonstone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
You should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
One last thing, Irileth. This isn't a death or glory mission. I need to know what we're dealing with.
Don't worry, my lord. I'm the very soul of caution.
I envy you the chance to see this dragon up close.
Lady, could you spare a coin?
The Gods and Dragons Reach say you've
Hi there.
aided the Jarl on behalf of Whiterun.
Oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart. It's what Brennan said I should do. He's the only one that's been nice to me since Mama. Since she died. My aunt and uncle took over our farm and threw me out. Said I wasn't good for anything. I wound up here, but I don't know what to do. I miss her so much.
The waiting. The insufferable waiting.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often?
Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't.
Where it came from or who sent it. What I do know is that it's made the mistake of attacking Whiterun.
But Housecarl, how can we fight a dragon?
That's a fair question. None of us have ever seen a dragon before, or expected to face one in battle. But we are honor-bound to fight it, even if we fail. This dragon is threatening our homes, our families. Could you call yourselves Nords if you ran from this monster? Are you going to let me face this thing alone?
No, Housecarl.
But it's more than our honor at stake here. Think of it. The first dragon seen in Skyrim since the last age. The glory of killing it is ours, if you're with me. Now what do you say? Shall we go kill us a dragon?
Yeah!
Damn
Yeah!
right!
Let's move out. No signs of any dragon right now, but it sure looks like he's been here. I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened, and if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what we're dealing with.
Mind yourself. No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it.
Guardsman, what happened here? Where's this dragon? Quickly now!
I don't know.
Bring a
Here,
torch.
let's save us.
These old
Here he
forts
comes
can get
again.
pretty dark inside.
Here he comes! Find cover, and make every arrow count!
Tolo, save us! It's a dragon!
You're no match for me.
Does anyone see him?
Damn good shooting, boys.
Look at that.
Everybody, get back!
I can't believe it. You're Dragonborn. In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power. There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
Dragonborn?
Summons the Thum. That's right. My grandfather used to tell stories about the Dragonborn. Those born with the dragon blood in them. Like... Tiber Septim himself.
I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing any dragons.
There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back now for the first time in forever. But the old tales...
already have been told you're not allowed here. Turn around and go back the way you came.
We're causing no
Good afternoon.
trouble. All we ask is to
A
look
woman,
for her.
a foreigner in these lands. Redguard, like us. She is likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding her location.
I don't care what you're doing. After what happened, you're lucky I don't toss you in.
Old friend,
Get low.
patron of the great clan Battleborn.
That's right. I'm a town beggar like everyone else. But I've got a right to...
Izmir, you did it!
I ain't hurt.
You killed the dragon.
Make it quick, then. I don't want your stings driving my...
Hello, child of Kinneret.
Looking for my husband, Nazim? Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where he stuffs himself these days.
There's been talk amongst the gods that you are dragon. But such a thing. Surely that's not possible.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there? I knew I could count on Irileth, but there must be more to it than that. Dragonborn. What do you know about the Dragonborn? So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you. Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in seclusion high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice, the ability to focus your vital essence into a thume, or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift. The Greybeards.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
Rangar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as she may be, I don't see any signs of her being this... what? Dragon...
You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn.
Nord nonsense. Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Hrongar, don't be so hard on Avenucci.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that... what are these Greybeards want?
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you. Until next time.
Need supplies? See Bellathor at his store.
Need a ride? I can take you to any of the hold capitals. Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. You ready to go yet?
If you've come to Solitude to join the Legion, speak to Rika. If not, just keep your nose clean while you're here. Or you'll end up like
They can't turn Uncle Rog here. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions.
Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother...
betrayed us!
Get on with it!
You should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his High King. Best she know now, Advar.
Traitor!
They're all hard, Vivian.
Rogver, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrig. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder. Ulfric challenged Torrig. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords.
Boo!
On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
Gate guard you were!
Go away.
Sorry, I was lost in thought. I'm planning my wedding, you see. So many details to work out.
The Greybeards have summoned the Dragonborn to High Hrothgar. Such a thing has not happened for hundreds of years. What could it mean? The return of the Dragonborn? And who among us could possibly hold that honor and such power? By the gods, it's true, isn't it? A dragon has attacked Whiterun. How could mere men bring down such a beast?
Off the coast, a ways to the east, you'll find the wreck of the Brinehammer. Never know what treasures may still be aboard.
I'm telling you, Ulfric's planning an attack on Whiterun.
He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scouts report, sir. Every day more join his
Keep an eye out for trouble.
Riften,
It's only a
Dawnstar,
matter
and
of time.
Winterhold support him.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like,
Damn
General. The man's
Stormcloak
going
rebels.
to try to take Whiterun.
Jarl Balgruuf.
Balgruuf refuses the Legion's right to
Keep your
garrison
guard
troops in his city. On the other hand, he also refuses to acknowledge Ulfric's claim.
Can't wait to
He wants
kill another
stand
of
outside
Ulfric's
the protection
boys.
of the Empire. Fine. Let Ulfric pillage his city.
General.
Stay sharp.
You people and your damn Jarls.
Sir?
Think you've got the
Can't
metal,
force
huh?
a Nord to accept
Honestly,
help he hasn't
the
asked
Legion
for.
can use all the able
If
bodies it
Ulfric's
can
making
muster.
a move for
We have our
Whiterun,
hands
then
full.
we need to
A
be there
dead
to
king,
stop
a rebellion,
Draft another
now
letter of
dragons.
useful platitudes.
Skyrim's
This
a
time,
mess.
share some of your
If you're
intelligence
serious,
regarding
you're in the
Ulfric's
right
plans.
place. Our headquarters is in Castle Dower.
We'll
Here
let
you'll
them
find
see
General
what
Tullius,
his
commanding our forces in Skyrim.
Yes, sir.
But talk to Legate
You
Rika.
Nords and your
She handles the
sense
local
of honor.
recruiting.
Sir.
You mean Ulfric's so-called Stormcloak Rebellion? The Nord Kings, oh, excuse me, Jarls. They can't seem to control their own people, so the Legion has stepped in to keep order. Sadly, the Empire's stretched a little thin these days. We've gotten very few reinforcements.
That is correct.
So we've been forced to recruit locally. But rest assured, citizen, we'll put an end to this uprising, and things will get back to normal soon enough.
Sir.
All right then.
Something to report. Are you lost?
Are my men now giving free rein to anyone who wanders into the castle? Do you have some reason to be here, citizen? Have we? Oh, of course. You were at Helgen. One of the prisoners, if I recall correctly. Hadvar's alive. I hope that's true. He's a damn good soldier. But he hasn't reported in yet, so he can't exactly confirm your story. In the meantime, why don't you have a chat with Legate Ricka? I suspect we might have use for someone resourceful like you. Not many survived Helgen. Besides, I'm sure your being imprisoned was all a terrible misunderstanding.
You survived Helgen? General Tullius told me what happened. Not many made it out alive. I've got a good feeling about you, and I don't often get good feelings about anything. A warrior knows to trust her gut. I'm not going to go through the normal process with you. I've got a little test lined up. Pass that, and we'll talk about you joining the Legion. Is that confidence or bravado? Confidence I can use. Bravado gets soldiers killed. We'll soon find out. I'm sending you to clear out Fort Hrogstad. If you survive, you'll pass. If you die, then I'll have no further use for your corpse. The ancients built many of the fortresses that dot the landscape of Skyrim. Sadly, most have fallen into disrepair, and nearly all have been overrun with bandits or other vagabonds. Fort Hrogstad is one of the few that remains mostly intact. We're going to install a garrison there, but first, you're going to clean out the bandits that have moved in. Good, that's what I want to hear. Now go make it happen, soldier. Sir.